Now, this is going to be a really cool series. I'm going to provide guides for you guys all along the way. And I also have some really cool resources that I want to give you that is going to make this even more simple for you to utilize. All right, now, the guide that you guys have, I did add to the chat, but you also have access to this in today's post inside of the community. As you go through this guide, it'll walk you through step by step so you can understand what Claude Chrome is. And it is a browser extension that allows you to utilize the brain of Claude inside of any browser window or tab that you're working with. You can choose any Claude plan as long as it is a paid plan. If you're on the free plan, you cannot utilize the Claude Chrome extension. You do need to have a computer, not a phone. You can use this on Chrome, Edge, or Brave, but those are the only browsers this works on. And it does take about 15 minutes to get set up, if that. It is free to add, but like I said, it does run off of whatever paid plan you have inside of Claude. And there's no code, no API. You stay in control the whole time. Now, here is the caveat to this. Claude in Chrome starts fresh each time. It does not remember one session to the next. So tomorrow I'm going to give you basically the memory. I'm going to give you a strategy that you can utilize so that it does remember all of the actions and conversations that you have had, which is going to be really important when we get to the traffic section on Wednesday. You guys do not want to miss any training this week. This is going to be really good and open up your eyes to some things that you can really utilize Claude for. Now, of course, you need to get this set up, and you do want to go to claude.com, Claude for Claude. The reason this is important is because there's a lot of lookalikes who want to capitalize on Claude traffic. And so if you just look for Claude extension, you may actually get some fraudulent extensions or websites that you're clicking on. Just make sure to go to claude.com, Claude for Chrome. And when you do, you can add the extension there. All right. Now, when you add the extension, you're going to see up here in your extension tabs, the Claude Chrome. Now, if you don't have this up here, you're going to click here in your extension manager, and you want to make sure to pin the Claude extension here. That's what makes it show up here in your selection. Let me open up Facebook here, and let me actually open up the Chrome extension, and you can see basically what this looks like. Now, up here, you want to choose the model. 4.8 is new. It's most capable for ambitious work. Sonnet 4.6 is probably what most people are going to use, but if you just want something super fast, you can choose this Haiku. All right. Now we also have this option here, which allows you to clear the chat, and you can convert this to a task. And if you click settings, you'll see this actually opens up your Claude settings where you can choose your approved sites to access this, your microphone access granted, and so on. All right. Now, when you open this up, you'll see here at the top that it actually creates a group. You'll see here that we have the Claude tab. And now what we need to do if we're utilizing Claude in, let's say, this situation where we don't need any other websites, we are just using Claude, I could come here to my Facebook profile and I could ask it something like, find the post where I talked about the My Vision Assistant Support Center being released. And I can click send. And then now Claude, you'll see Claude Chrome is accessing my browser. You'll see this orange shadow around the screen, and it's actually searching now through my entire Facebook profile for that specific post that I gave it. Now you can see down here, ask before acting, that is in your settings, and you'll see if you go to the Claude options that you can have your settings where you manually approve or automatically approve. I highly recommend doing ask before acting. If you go back to this option here, you will definitely see there are some security risks. When you turn it on, you may see a warning about bad actors, and that's a good thing. The main risk is a prompt injection where someone hides a sneaky instruction inside a page, an email, or even a picture to trick Claude. And this is how you stay safe. Now, what that means is that if you are using Claude and you are just allowing it to choose whatever you want it to open, as when you go to Google, sometimes you click on something, it's not a trusted site, and it wants you to download a bunch of things, and it's very spammy. And that's basically what we're trying to keep Claude from clicking on, because it will add those codes and prompts and tell Claude Chrome to do things like log into your bank account and transfer money and do all kinds of other things that we don't want to happen. Definitely only use this on trusted sites. Keep it ask before acting on. Never money or passwords. Do not use Claude for your bank account or any of those things. And then watch for the orange glow, because that's how you know that Claude has taken control of your browser. All right. So if we go back here, you see we still have that orange glow, and it's actually looking now for that post. And of course, it's not fast. Probably would have been faster if we had chosen this haiku option. All right. Let's go back now into our list. I did want to show you all of the buttons inside of Claude. If you see, we have the models here. You'll see that it's working like we're used to seeing. You do have this option here, which is to teach Claude, and I'm going to show you that in just a second. We have this option here where we can take a screenshot or add an image, and then obviously we can click here to stop Claude from working. Now, you'll see it gave me some insight here about the post. And it said 4 ticket options, each one with a very specific job. I don't think, did it find the post? Yes. Yeah, but did find the post. Awesome. All right, so that's just one very basic way of utilizing Claude. Now, what if we want to teach it something? What I'm going to do, and keep in mind that Claude cannot post on your personal Facebook profile. It doesn't like to do that. But let's go over to YouTube, for example. Let's open up the Claude window and let's see. And I don't even know if it will do this, but let's say I want to add a comment to this video. I'm going to say, or actually, let's teach it. Let's teach it something. I'm going to click here to teach Claude, and you can see it's very similar to Scribe, where you want to record yourself doing the actions, and we're actually teaching Claude the workflow. Now, before you guys ask, I definitely did some research to see if this option will replace Scribe successfully. Not as cleanly, but successfully. Very cool. What I'm going to do is I'm going to click here to start recording, and you'll see that it does have my text. As I'm speaking, I'm teaching Claude what I wanted to do, as well as sharing my screen. What I want to teach Claude to do is copy copy this call to action here at the top. All right, if I can actually do it. Copy. And we are going to click Control C to copy. We're going to scroll down here to the first post, and I'm going to paste that there and comment. And then I want to pin the post. This is actually something that Google API cannot do. I also want to heart the post as well. And now I'm just going to click Done. You can see the whole time that I showed it that, it was very similar to Scribe. It's actually still recording, so I'm going to stop there. But you can see it's taking screenshots. It's showing where I'm clicking, just like an employee would do. And you'll also see now it's created a shortcut. So essentially like a skill. We have the name, pin YouTube comment, and here are the instructions that it pulled in. Go to a specified YouTube video URL, navigate to the comments section by scrolling down past the video description area. The comments section is located below the video details, channel information, and expandable description text. In the comment section, locate the comment input field, which appears below the 0 comments header, and sort by drop. The field has placeholder text, add comment, and accompanied by a small circular profile picture in the left. You can see everything that I told it and everything that I showed it. Now it has a documented instructions here. After the comments pinned, I will display pinned at, label it above. And you can also see where it says start from here in that YouTube video at this specific time. Now, In this use case, it wouldn't make a lot of sense for me to create a shortcut for this specific video, but I think you understand the use case here. This could be used for emails and lots of other things that you do repeatedly. And then you could schedule this so that it does this on a consistent basis. Let's go back to our cheat sheet here because I wanted to make sure that I address all of these things. Let me show you how to create an image. I'm going to cancel out of this because I don't need that shortcut. But you can see here, if we go to take a screenshot, now we can click to capture the screen and then drag it in. If I go like this, now you'll see immediately that whole screen is in this area, and then I can ask chat something about it. Now I also can add an image, and you'll see if I add an image, it wants me to upload that image into the chat area. Very basic. Now, like I said, let's go back here. I want to make sure that you understand how to actually utilize this. Let's go back to our YouTube video again. And I showed you how you can train it to do something. But let's say that I want to summarize this video. I don't want to watch the whole video, but I want to know the gist. I'm just going to say, summarize this video and give me the top bullet points so that I can use it to create a guide. And I'm going to go ahead and have Claude Chrome summarize the video. All right. Now you'll see up here, we have our group created and we have this tab. Now, what if I wanted something else, another window to reference this here? And by that, what if I wanted to look up on Facebook a specific person and I wanted to reference my high level account to see if that person is a contact in my high level account? I could actually do that with Claude Chrome without needing API access or connecting high level to my Claude account via the connectors or Supabase, which I definitely have training on that if you want to know how to do it. But this up here, your tab, if I right click on this, you'll see that we can add different things to the group. If I right click the tab and then I scroll over, you'll see new group or find vision assistant support post. That's the group that we have this here. Now, I'm going to go ahead and I want to wait for this. Sometimes it does take a while. We do have the summary here. It says this is part 1 of part 3 series and building a lead magnet funnel. It gives me all the bullet points here and so on. Really cool. All right. Now that's just a basic use case of how you could utilize Claude Chrome, not just for videos, but for articles, help articles, whatever it is that you want to be summarized. Now, I'm going to actually close this out because I don't need this. I'm going to delete the group, and that does cancel out my Claude group. And I do have another group here, you can see, and that is my conversation here and Facebook. All right. Now, if I am networking on Facebook, and let's say I go to my friends list, or let's say that I am in this group here. That would be a cool thing. I'm going to go into this group and I want to see the first comment. Let's find someone, or actually let's go into where the members are, and I'm just going to look for a specific person. I'm going to say Johan. Let's just pick on Johan here. And I want to see if Johan is actually in my high level account. What I'm going to do is I am going to go ahead and clear this chat. Let's clear the chat. And I'm going to ask Claude Chrome if Johan is in my CRM. Now, I do need to do something though, because Claude Chrome is very restricted in what it has access to. It only has access right now to my Facebook page. If I want to add my demo high level account here to this same group that allows Claude Chrome to search the tabs, then I need to add this tab to the group. What I'm going to do, I can drag it here, or I can right click and then add that tab to the group. I'm just going to go ahead and drag it here. And now it should have access to my high level account and my Facebook page. I'm going to say, look inside of my high level account and see if I have this person as a contact. Now I'm going to go ahead and paste his name, even though we are on his page, but just for the sake of clarity. And let's see what it's going to do. Right now, it's saying new permissions required. So I need to allow this action. And if you did not want this to happen, and it is annoying because it's going to ask a lot, but if you don't want it to be automated, you can go ahead and give Claude permission. You can even segment it out based on permissions per site. But if you don't do that, when you ask it something, it's going to take you through these steps. Now it says here, Claude wants to type into the text Johan into this website because I have obsessive permissions on because I don't want Claude to do anything. It is definitely going to ask me every step of the way. Claude wants to read page content on app.myvisionagency.com. Now it's taking screenshots and it says the search for Johan in your high level accounts returns 0, which makes sense because I am in my demo account. But let's go in here and you can see it did type in Johan. Now I want to ask it another one. Let's say I want to know Jane Doe. I have lots of Jane Does, but let's just see what it pulls up. I want you to search Jane Doe in my account and let me know if she is active with an email. All right, so now it is not referencing anything from the screen, but if I am networking or something here on Facebook and Jane Doe commented on something and I wanted to know, is she even a contact in my high level account? I could just type that in here and then it would easily tell me after a few thousand clicks that Jane Doe is in my account. Now, this is very useful in many scenarios, and this is just the basic overview to give you an idea of how this works. Now, let's go back into the guide. I showed you how to summarize a YouTube video. You guys, it's the same basic process for summarizing a help article and then also adding in your high level tab as a sneak peek there. Now, I showed you how to teach Claude how to do things, and I also wanted to show you how to access this in Cowork. Now, I'm going to open up my Cowork account, and you'll see here to connect Claude in Chrome to your Cowork account, you do need to have it downloaded, and you can add it here. You can go to the desktop and you can add your Claude Chrome there in the connectors area. Now, once you add it there, you'll be able to open up your Chrome. Let's go to Cowork and let's start a new task. And I can say, utilize the Chrome extension and go to my YouTube channel and find my top performing YouTube video. Now, because I have utilized the Chrome extension with Cowork, now I have the ability to actually do things on the internet outside of just searching for things. Accessing Claude Chrome inside of Cowork is basically just allowing you to access the internet browser, but it allows you to be more intelligent with the things that you're having it do and to build into different tasks. Now, this is just a basic overview of Claude Chrome. I wanted to give you the foundation of how to utilize this because I am going to be showing you tomorrow how to create a memory for Claude Chrome, and I'm going to show you how to actually use it on Wednesday to get leads for your business.